Hey guys, what's going on? Inception here and welcome to another video. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the new SBC Freeze Firmino card to review today. So we're taking a look at a card that is 5'11", high for work rates, right-footed, 5-star skims with a 4-star weak foot. Guys, this card looks absolutely cracked out of his mind, okay? Because with the Hunter chemistry style, he is essentially good at doing everything, right? So the chemistry style that you give this card is really going to depend on where you want to use him mostly. But even if you want to use him mostly in the defensive mid position or the center mid position, and you don't necessarily want to use him at cam or striker, this card on base stats for defense is already good enough. Right? So if you put him in that center mid position on the fast build-up instructions, he looks absolutely cracked, okay? In regards to his in-game abilities, right? He has the outside foot shot trait with the 4-star weak foot, which is great. And he doesn't have the finesse shot, that's me pushing it, obviously. But in-game attributes, he's got 79 acceleration with 78 sprint speed. Giving him a shadow or a hunter to boost it by a +10 in each, very important. But his shooting, right, even if you don't want to improve it, is at 86 attacking positioning, 80 finishing, 82 for shot power at 80 long shots with great passing abilities, okay? Fantastic passing abilities. Dribbling on the card is something that, because of how it's formatted, you want to mostly use him in the CDM or center mid position. For me personally, that's where I would use him, right? But like I said, depending on the situation of the game, you can actually rotate him to that cam position or that striker position, depending on whether or not you need to switch to the 4-4-2 and you already have your two midfielders, right? This is the type of card that's going to be able to be super versatile on your team. You can play him anywhere. That's the big thing with this card, okay, guys? But the dribbling for a player that I mostly see playing in the midfield position, 81 agility, 82 balance with 86 reactions, 88 ball control, 86 dribbling with 84 composure, is pretty decent for someone that you are mostly going to use in the midfield position. Not necessarily cam or striker, but like I said, he has the shooting presence to be able to be okay if you rotate him into that position, right? His base card stats for defending is crazy to me. For me, that's the craziest part because you don't even have to give him the shadow chemistry style if you don't want to. However, if you do, ladies and gentlemen, take a look at his defensive stats with the pace boost while playing in a center mid or CDM position with shooting stats that are still like that. The card looks crazy, man. He's already a 5'11" player with a big body type in game. So having this card in that midfield is going to be amazing. I want to mostly try him out in the cam position, maybe switch him to striker, but it's that center mid CDM position where I see him being freaking nice, dude. He even has physical stats as well. He's got 95 stamina with his high work rates, right? 95 stamina with his high work rates, 80 strength, 81 aggression. The card looks cracked. Okay, it looks cracked. Again, it looks cracked mostly from the midfield position, but the way that we are going to be lined up with Firmino on the team is obviously going to be in two different ways. I want to try him out first in the cam position. So I'm just going to rotate with that over here. Make sure that Fred is playing in that CDM area. And then Firmino will be playing in the cam position with Heung-min Son up top. Actually, Heung-min Son have to switch with Zaha because Zaha is more of the striker. I'll put Madison up there, actually. Yeah, we'll put Roberto Firmino playing in the cam spot. And the instruction that we'll have set for him is just come back in defense, right? I want to be able to utilize his 95 stamina as much as possible. I may switch him from cam to striker. I wouldn't recommend playing a card like this on the sides. It has to be a card you use through the middle, right? So cam, striker, center mid, CDM, those types of positions, right? But as the game progresses, I may rotate him into the striker spot just to see how he works with his high work rates. For base characteristics from his previous card, I like him mostly as a cam or as a midfielder, but we're obviously going to be taking a look at that in game, right? So I'll probably be doing some rotations with this team, and then we'll also be using the fast build-up 4-3-3 oriented formation where he's going to be playing in that right center mid position. That's where I really see the card being absolutely gorgeous. And then I might even switch him to the CDM spot too, just to see what his defensive presence is like without the defensive boost on the card. So let's get into a game, guys, and see how he plays. Nice kits, EA. Nicely done. I'm sorry, guys, but I can't leave because I'm going to waste a loan on him. So, but yeah, let's try him out in the cam position this time, boys. It's interesting. He's actually at the top over there. Didn't really move into the middle position, but we'll see what's up. What I'm noticing so far with the card is that when he plays in the cam position, he likes to stick out wide, which is definitely interesting. Oh, almost got that angle right there for his shot. I had to check my tactics, guys, because I don't know if it saved it. There we go. Yeah, he does like to move to the side, though. If he's, like, running in behind, it's, like, his thing, for sure. Like, even when I'm building up the play through the middle and stuff, it's definitely something that he prefers to do, for sure. I'll tell you guys this right now. So just from initially using him, I wouldn't use him in the cam position. It's just not a personal preference of mine. This is the type of card I'm gonna mostly use if I were to ever unlock him in the CDM or center mid position. But I want to still try him out in the cam spot, see what he's like. He's obviously making that aggressive run right there.
The attack continues. They're making considerable progress.
Oh, at least he made that run right there. Does he make that run right there? He does. Okay, good. Attacking AI is pretty decent, boys. I'll tell you guys this right now. In the center mid role, I feel like that's going to be really nice to have. But we're going to still see, obviously. So right now I'm just testing out his dribbling. Yeah, so his dribbling is not necessarily something I would like to have in the attack, for sure. Definitely see that at the very least. But... oh, man, I'm telling you. It's like, it's itching for me. I'm telling you guys this right now. It's itching for me to use him in that CDM or center mid spot. It's itching. Because his attacking AI in those positions is really good. But having that in the midfield would be even better.
The hosts have really controlled possession. Son could do the punishing here. Still a chance.
Finesse from the skill move? So those shots right there, by the way, boys, those are never going to come off consistently if you're coming off of the skill move. I just want to see if he can actually do it. But normally you do have to take the extra touch to go for a more consistent strike. That's just usually how those work. Some players hit it right away and they do it like really nicely, but most players don't, you know. First time chip. Oh, man. I wanted to try it out. See if it would work out. Goes back into the middle, rotating with the striker. Aggressive. Madison starts to go to the bottom here. That's interesting. Finesse shot with your weak foot. Ooh, okay, chill. Hey, relax. Firmino, relax. Okay? I can't have you playing like this in the midfield, bro. You're going to make me feel a certain type of way. You're going to force a run out of him right here, actually. There we go. Just want to see how he responds. A little bit of shielding. Oh, body to body. Oh, and it doesn't register. This game is so questionable. How, bro? I did such a good attacking AI run right there. How are you going to do that to me, brother? Oh, do it, Firmino. Oh, I love you. Oh, my God. This card, chat. This card in the midfield. I need it. I need it. Oh, look at him up top. You see that? You see him just going inside that 18-yard box already? That's what I'm talking about, bro. Oh, I thought that would be a foul right there. I didn't know if he got the ball. Oh, man, I really want to just hit that volley with him there. Yo, I'm telling you guys this right now. His movement in that center mid area is really, really nice. You can kind of see his tracking in this area right now with the high work rate, just blocking that one guy the entire time because of his base card stats for defense. I'll be honest with you guys, though. I do think that most people are probably going to be giving him a shadow chemistry style because they want to use him in the CDM position mostly, I would say. He's smart, though. You see how Son starts to move up, so Firmino's like, nah, I won't move into that space. Let's try a long strike from here. Not bad. I'm going to be honest, guys. I do think that most people are going to be using this card as a CDM with a Shadow Chemistry style. I really, really believe that. With the way that he performs, I wouldn't personally want him too much on the attack. Although he can attack. It's one of those situations. Like a card like this in the CDM position with really good defensive stats, I feel like is going to be his most ideal position for sure. Oh, beautiful stuff, man. Lovely, lovely stuff. I want to try him out on the CDM position. Center mid position is very obvious. High work rates with good stamina. The card's definitely going to move really, really nicely, depending on the other players that you have. So you can see that when Son actually pushes to the side position, Roberto Firmino will not overcommit that space. But if he sees space that he can overcommit, then he definitely will. It's just one of those situations with him. I'm just going to switch Madison over here to the midfield position, and then Fred, we're going to switch to Lucas Moura. Oh, that defensive presence, man. I'm telling you guys, man. CDM area mostly. Center mid for sure. You could definitely use him for fun there, but it's going to be a CDM card meta-wise, you know? Use Roberto Firmino here. This card, guys, I wouldn't recommend them as a lone CDM. Lone CDMs, it's always better to have players like that are medium-high oriented and stuff, right? With Firmino, though, 4-4-2... 4-2-3-1 as one of the center mids or CDMs. This card's going to be cracked to use there. Nice strike. Long shots are not necessarily the most effective, but we try it anyways. Finesse shots are not going to be crazy from the fake shot than an instant touch, but we tried it out anyways. It was a floater, though, for sure. He goes back into position really quickly. That's actually awesome if he plays that CDM role. All right, guys, so final verdict on the Roberto Firmino card. This card, guys, is going to be really good to have in the midfield position, in my opinion, right? So in regards to the two chemistry styles you could potentially give this card, it is either going to be an in-between of the Hunter chemistry style or the Shadow chemistry style. Now, remember that when you give him the Hunter chemistry style, you're looking at a very good all-rounded card. So if you rotate your team constantly to different formations as the game is progressing, it's nice to give him that Hunter chemistry style because of his base card stats defense-wise being really good. But giving him the Hunter makes more sense if you want to use him in that way. If you give him a Shadow chemistry style, you are doing it with the intention of using him more in a defensive way, right? So the Shadow chemistry style is the one that I would personally give him, right? Because even if I rotate him into my center mid or my CDM position, defensively, a card like this with the body type that he has, the physical stats that he has, as well as the pace in that CDM or center mid position is definitely going to be what I want to have on the card mostly, because I personally think that his base card stats for shooting, playing in that center mid area or the CDM position, I think it's perfectly fine, especially since he has the 5-star skill moves and 4-star weak foot, right? So for me, a Shadow is what I would personally give because I would mostly want to use a card like this, playing my CDM position with those high work rates, pushing up the pitch and coming back as well, right? He's definitely going to play best, guys, if you want to use a 4-4-2 or a 4-2-3-1 as one of your two center mids or one of your two CDMs. You could use him as a lone center defensive mid, but I would really recommend giving him the Shadow chemistry style if you were to do that. Medium highs are definitely the way to go when you want to use players as a lone CDM, unless it's like Renato Sanchez. That card is just all over the place, right? But this is a very versatile card, guys. You can use him in any of the attacking positions. There's no right or wrong answer in regards to chemistry styles. He performs really well playing that midfield area. The thing that you will notice with this card is the body type to the dribbling, okay? He's not going to feel like the most responsive card because he is 5'11" with a big body type, okay? So having something like that makes more sense to have playing through the midfield position, right? But if you are going to play him as a center mid or CDM, he occupies those positions super well. And if a moment presents itself in game where you need to switch him to striker or the cam position, he'll play those positions really well too. I wouldn't recommend him on the sides though. Don't put a card like this on the sides. Striker, cam, center forward, CDM, center mid. This card will play well for you. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. I'll catch you guys for the next one. Peace out, dudes. Love you guys.